Hey, what's going on, everyone? Scott here. We're at Grey Garden, and I'm currently rebuilding this settlement. Uh, I'd built it once before, and I thought it turned out all right, but everything is changeable. So uh, I'm rebuilding this settlement at the moment, and if you've seen my video before, you'll notice that the monstrosity of scaffolding is gone. Now I'm not done with this settlement by any means. I'm just pretty much getting started. Uh, kind of had an accident at the real job, and I've been laid up for a little while. So, but everything's getting better. So, but anyway, I wanted to show you guys a couple mods that I found that I think are really really cool and really useful. Of course, you know about the Overpass lift. This is the one for Grey Garden. I showed you guys the one for Finch Farm, and this is where the one for Grey Garden will be placed, in between the pillar for the overpass and the like the equipment or whatever that's here when you get the settlement. If you don't have this settlement, uh, you can come over here and you come in here and you talk to Supervisor White, and she will give you a quest, a mission to go turn on the water here. Uh, and then after you complete all of that, then you can trade with them and things like that, and then you get the settlement. And it comes with food and a bunch of robots that are already here. Now another mod that I found lets you change the robots here, lets you upgrade them, because they're all these plain old Mr. Handy robots. This is Supervisor Brown. But then as you can see here with Supervisor White, I've got her in the hydraulic armor, for the Mr. Handies. And you can change them into anything, and it's not just the supervisors. This one here, of course, that's a robot that I made. But you got Supervisor Green there. You see I've changed him out. Then you got one of the Mr. Handies, and they don't talk, they just beep. You can't talk to them. But you place down your robot workbench, and then it'll bring up all of them. All of the automatrons that are there. There's Supervisor White, Green, one of the the Mr. Handies, Supervisor Brown. So we're going to change one of the Mr. Handies here. And when you hit the torso, you'll see non-automatron. That means it's not what's on this robot didn't come with the automatron DLC. Now, unfortunately, to use this mod, you do have to have the automatron DLC, but everybody should have that by now. But you can change it. You can make it an Assaultron, a Nucatron, Robotron. You can make it a drinking buddy. You can give this robot the drinking buddy torso, or just the plain old non-automatron, and kind of just leave it alone. So it's pretty cool how you can change everything on these robots. I think this Mr. Handy I'm going to turn into an Assaultron. Why not? Let's do that. And then you still got all of the Automatron DLC armors that you can place on them. So you can make it look however you want. I kind of like the hydraulic frame. It's really kind of got the most damage resistance. You see there 75 damage resistance, 50 energy resistance. And then it's got a really, a really decent high damage output. You know, it can deal a lot of damage. So we'll change this out. To all of this. Let's give her that one. And we'll put a... let's go with the head laser. Why not? You know, and then you can put the different helms or whatever you want on there. I'll just go with the hydraulic theme here.
It's a pleasure to serve with you, sir. A pleasure to see you again, sir. Are you ready to depart?
You know, and then you can, you know, whatever weapon you want to put on them. Fury would get out of the way, that'd be great. And we'll just go with the claw on this side.
Your silence means you're deep in thought. Take your time.
We'll go with the hydraulic on that. We'll do the right arm. Let's see, let's put a laser or something in that.
Are you okay? Your silence
In that
is
one.
troubling.
I really like the space lasers that opened up from the Nuka world. They really look cool when you
Waiting for me?
when they fire them off. Especially the blue ones, you know, because all the other lasers are red. Removes paint mods. Nah, let's not do
I
that.
hope I haven't said anything offensive.
I'll just go with the shot claw there.
Something amiss.
You know, and if you want to leave it with the thruster, leave it with the thruster. You know, who cares? I'm going to go ahead and go full Assaultron with this.
I assume your silence means you're deep in thought. Take your time.
And then paint, you know, I don't want to go, there's a supervisor brown, white, and green. So I'm kind of staying away from that. So I'm going to make this one black. Or, you know, you can have no paint. You know, kind of like it was. We'll just go with that. Then, of course, it doesn't have a voice, so you can't put a voice with
I
it.
haven't said anything offensive.
Ew. Guess I forgot to take off the, I don't know why it's still got the, Mr. Handy arms.
My systems are continuing to function at peak efficiency.
May have found a little problem with the mod, though. We'll just go back to the, Mr. Handy then. No big deal. I've got a few other automatrons that I've built here that I use for guards. So I can change them if I want, but it's pretty cool that you can put better armor on these guys, because I have had one of the Mr. Handys get killed from a settlement attack. And I do like the look of the hydraulic frames. I really think that they're they just look better. And we'll put the hands on them.
I wonder how long my systems will endure these rugged conditions. My onboard functions are operating at full capacity.
You know, if you get this mod, download it, and you know, you play around with it. You know, maybe you can, you know, I can play around with it a little more. Now you see there, one of the new Mr. Handy. A little bit better, a little stronger. And then another mod that I downloaded is for the provisioners.
How do you do?
Please, let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms as possible.
It changes the Brahmins to guard dogs. And it's really cool. I mean, is it lore friendly? I don't know, you know, but, you know, instead of having the big, bulky Brahmin that, you know, makes a bunch of noise, now it's just a dog. You know, you just seen a guy walk around with his dog. See if I can find one and show you. I'll put all the names of the descriptions of the mods in the, or all the names of the mods in the description for the video.
Pleasant day. Perhaps it will lift your spirits.
Now these are the Minutemen.
A pleasure to see you again.
Oh man, I was really hoping to. There's usually a bunch of provisioners at sanctuary. We'll fast travel over there really quick. But it's really cool because, you know, you get a lot of Brahmins in there and it gets really loud, and they get in the way. Somehow they get in your buildings, and then, you know, or on top of a building, and it just saves a lot of crap, you know, a lot of headache to not have those big bulky things around there, you know. And I think it looks better myself. I mean, does it look like a real supply line? I mean, the Brahmin with all the packs and everything on it, you know, but it all depends on how you want your settlement to look, you know, because I've got a lot of supply lines running around, so there's a lot of times I'll have, you know, 4 or 5 provisioners in a settlement, and that's 4 or 5 big old pack Brahmins right there that are just in the way, you know, and then they all start making noise at the same time, and it's kind of irritating, and this mod just really helps it out. It gets rid of all of those big bulky Brahmins and just adds the guard dog to walk around with your provisioner. Now I don't know, because I've just downloaded this mod, I don't know if the guard dogs actually will attack someone with the, you know, one of the provisioners. But here we go. There's some of my provisioners with the, instead of Brahmins, they're guard dogs. And I think the guard dogs stay with the provisioners a little bit better. I just think it's really cool. And we'll check out the names of these mods for you guys in case you want to download them, because I really think they're worth it, you know. I always said if I come across one that I think you guys would like, I would let you know and show you. But the Moddable robot settlers, and then the Grey Garden Overpass lift. Now I've got 2 of them. There's 2 separate ones. There's the Finch Farm and the Grey Garden. Or I did see he's released a 3rd one that bundles them both together, so you only have to download the 1 mod. Then there's also a no settlement attacks mod. You can turn off your settlement attacks. You do, when you download it, you have to make sure you don't currently have a settlement attack going at the moment. So if there's not, then, you know, download the mod, and because it's kind of annoying to be in the middle of building something or whatever. I mean, if you want the settlement attacks, don't download the mod. And then here's the Dogs Not Brahmin by Andrew CX. He's really put out a great bunch of mods. He's a really great mod author. You know, and I believe he also has done the Overpass lift. But we'll quick save, and then I'll exit out of the game so I can show you guys the mod authors' names. And I haven't had any problems with the load orders. You know, I just hit download, and where it falls when it downloads is where it's at. I know there are some mods like where usually if there's a problem with the load order, they'll tell you in the description for the mod, you know, where would be the best place to put it. But I believe, I don't know if it works the same for Xbox, but I believe for Xbox, like, the lower the load order, the more that kind of takes precedence over everything else. But here's the Dogs Not Brahmin by Andrew CX. Make sure you favorite it and you rate it. I'm going to rate it 5 stars because I think it's a great mod. And then the no settlement attacks. This is the base game plus DLC. I believe there is just a base game one if you don't have the DLCs. But like this will stop settlement attacks like in Far Harbor and Nuka World. But make sure you favorite and rate them. You know, I mean, these guys work hard to get this stuff out for us, and I think they do a hell of a job. You know. The Overpasses was by Trotsky. Forgive me. But this is another one that is a great mod. And like I said, instead, if you don't want the 2 of them, you can note down. He does have them bundled into one mod now. And you see, I've got quite a few. Most of my mods are for the building. I do have the no AP for the jetpack because, you know, I like the flying around. And the cheat room, I'm just checking that out. Because I've played this, you know, I've played through this game all 4 times. I've been all 4 endings with the Institute, Railroad, Brotherhood of Steel, and the Minutemen. You know, I've got all of my trophies for it. So, you know, it's just time to play around. Better Boston Airport, that lets you build food and water there. I'm going to be building that here pretty soon. Of course, the OC Decorator, the Hangman's Alley, which is great, by Pretorio. That lets you scrap that little shack. I highly recommend that one. This mod here, I don't think is out anymore. I think he took it down, and I love this mod. I don't know why it got taken down, but it adds the switch box, the little blue switch box, but it adds 400 power. And I know there's some other ones out there now. I think there's another one, but it doesn't add 400. I think it's mainly like 100 or lower. There's the Moddable Robot Settlers by C. Dante. This was another good one here. I mean, it lets you not only mod the Grey Garden automatrons, but Drinking Buddy, if you've got him. I do have him. He's at my Sanctuary settlement. I can mod him out. A moddable and fixed Professor Goodfeels at Sunshine Tidings. Now, it only works on Professor Goodfeels if you haven't been to Sunshine Tidings yet. It does let you know in the description here how to use them. It said, you know, for Goodfeels, unfortunately, without the console commands or custom scripts, this mod does not fix Goodfeels if you already visited Sunshine Tidings. So basically, if you haven't been there yet, then you can use it, or if you're starting a new playthrough, you know, starting a new game, that'll work for you. You know. So I hope y'all like this little video. I hope some of these mods help you out. You know, they've really helped me out. You know, if I find something really cool like this and I think you guys will like it and it just doesn't do anything but add to the game, you know, I'm definitely going to let you all know about it. And these were a few that you guys need to check out. So, you know, check them out. Don't forget to favorite them and rate them. You know, those guys work hard for us. You know, so if you guys got any questions or anything, leave a comment. And if you would, please hit that like button. I appreciate that so much. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.